Now, it's my pleasure to invite the Ambassador, Ms. Vani Rao ma'am, to share a few words with us. Please welcome Ambassador ma'am to the stage.
Namaste and good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm very happy to join all of you here today to celebrate this special event, Janjatiya Gaurav Diwas, which also happens to be the 150th birth anniversary of Bhagwan Birsa Munda. I think you saw the film. I watched it also with you and came to know about the everlasting legacy and contribution of this historical personality who lost his life at a very young age of 25 years only. I don't know if all of you understand Hindi or you're more comfortable in English, but I thought I will also take this opportunity to speak about Birsa Munda just a little bit. He is known for leading this rebellion movement and also for fighting against both British rule and feudal oppression, which began in the late 18th century. And his most important work was to protect the tribal land from encroachment, to revive tribal customs and traditions, and also to establish a society which is free from exploitation and discrimination. And his legacy, his work for the upliftment and for upholding the welfare of the tribal communities is something that we all continue to this day. So I want to take this opportunity also to share with you some of the efforts, policies and programs of the Government of India to ensure the welfare and well-being of the tribal communities in India. As you know that we have almost 730 scheduled tribes which are listed in our constitution, and as per the last census in India in 2011, we had about 8.6% of our population as scheduled tribes, and in numbers it comes to 10.4 crore people in India, and they are very much a part of India's rich cultural and social diversity. The Constitution of India also provides many safeguards for the tribal communities in India. You are aware about the reservation of seats in Lok Sabha, in the state legislative assemblies, and also local self-government institutions, panchayats and municipalities, and also in jobs offered by the central government for the scheduled tribes, which are aimed at their wider participation and empowerment in every manner. The Constitution also provides for special provisions for the administration and governance of tribal areas, where they have autonomy and also they can protect their own land and resources. Several acts are in place in India. The Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes Act, which provides special courts for relief and rehabilitation of victims and also to ensure justice is served to them. The Protection of Civil Rights Act makes untouchability and caste-based discrimination punishable offences. The Panchayats Act in India empowers the local tribal self-governance and also community control over natural resources. I think in the film we have seen the close connection between tribal communities in India and the natural habitat that they live in. The Forest Rights Act recognizes the traditional rights of forest-dwelling scheduled tribes over their land and forest resources so that their livelihood is secure and there is also sustainable management of forest ecosystems. Under the leadership of our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, the government has also adopted the approach of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas and Sabka Prayas, which is inclusive development of all sections of society and all communities in India. Under this vision, the government has given the highest priority to the development and empowerment of tribal communities while preserving and promoting their heritage, their traditions, and ecological knowledge. There is a unique ministry in India for tribal affairs which looks at the holistic development of the community with financial allocations and also special schemes and their implementation. I am happy to share with you that the budget allocated to this ministry has increased more than thrice in recent years. Some of the key schemes of the government, which I want to highlight here, are in the last budget, Union Budget 2024-25, the fund allocation for the Development Action Plan for Scheduled Tribes was increased nearly 6 times as compared to 10 years before. And this is aimed at education, health, infrastructure, agriculture, and connectivity in the tribal areas. A new initiative called the Prime Minister's Dharti Aba Gram Utkarsh Abhiyan, which is named after Birsa Munda, was launched last year for the 150th birth anniversary of Bhagwan Birsa Munda, and it aims to cover 63,000 tribal majority villages across India, where again the government will provide housing, roads, infrastructure, electrification and high-speed broadband, school and other facilities. The Prime Minister's Janman scheme aims to bring justice, dignity and upliftment to the vulnerable tribal groups. There are several other schemes, but I think one notable success story has been the Ekalavya model residential schools, which have provided quality residential education to several students in tribal areas, including in remote areas. Scholarships are given to them and also concessional credit through the schemes of the Government of India. Another good example is of TriFed, and I have personally visited some of these facilities called the Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India. TriFed has several stores across India, more than 100, and they offer a lot of the products and produce from the tribal communities and the tribal areas to everyone. And I have bought many things there, including some organic items which are helping the tribal communities in their livelihood and also in their self-reliance and economic empowerment. While policies and programs of the government are vital, real success depends on their effective implementation at the grassroots. The true impact of all these schemes and policies will be when every tribal family has access to quality health care. Every tribal youth can pursue education and skills. Every tribal woman has access to credit and training for her own enterprise. And every tribal village is connected by road, electricity, water supply, healthcare, and other facilities. Today, let us honor the legacy and life of Bhagwan Birsa Munda in future as well. Let us collectively ensure that India's tribal communities fully participate and benefit from our national development. Let us draw inspiration from our tribal heritage, from the courage and resilience of our brothers and sisters from the tribal communities, and their deep connection with nature. Let us reaffirm our shared resolve to build a more inclusive and equitable society and a nation where development truly reaches the last mile. Thank you, and I'm so glad that so many of you have come here today to join us. Thank you.